Hey guys, today this video is only for community. Um, we'll be having a few more of these lot talks. We're going to do this talk together. And today talk is very important because we're going to talk about three things. Our users, who are they and why we build this thing. We're going to talk about why those people, you guys, will use lot on a daily basis. And we're going to talk about distribution of lot, basically user acquisition or the growth of lot community. So I'm going to show you the front page of lot website. This is where you log in once you pass onboarding, which is multi-stage onboarding. You have to go through a lot of confirmations to make sure that you, as a user, understand these rules. These rules feels draconian. They feel like they are too strict. However, they are just a safety net for us because we're a small company. We don't have big investors. We don't have no bank behind us. Therefore, we want to protect ourselves from any possible fraud. Um, Meaning the rules are very simple, they are upfront, and so you have to go through a very specific onboarding in order to accept these rules. We don't have no hidden terms, we don't have no hidden fees, nothing like this. Whatever is on the website is all out here. So this is all we have in terms of terms. A few more lines when you subscribe by day around just physical subscription, which is we shipping and we shipping this box already for a month now. You can subscribe to it if you just scroll down and go to the uniform like I do here. I unsubscribe because right now we're testing, so I'm going basically to send it to myself, and I already did that, so it's off for me. But obviously, we have so far 5 subscribers since launch of the system, and we already shipped those boxes. This box is a system that is ready for this box is a system that is ready for scale for up to 10,000 users per month. Yeah, you will see more of the system if you subscribe and enjoy this packaging and understand the system, because it's not just a box, it's some kind of transmission device. So once you subscribe, you receive this box every month, and it works like it, your excuse me, your typical. Let me just show you. So right now we have the biggest thing to explain, to overcome, is to understand the system of law. You see here, this is the first section. We call it as my wallet. This is how much Bitcoin you hold in your LOT wallet. This amount can be from BTS you've deposited. LOT shares purchased and upvotes you received from posts in community forums. Pending transactions do not affect your wallet balance and are shown in yellow. So the wallet is your main instrument at LOT, because think of it as your phone number. That's the closest thing and the simplest thing to um, compare. Phone number is something that you're renting from a communication company. Basically, you subscribe to a phone number. Basically, you subscribe to a few numbers and you pay for them depending on your country from this amount to this amount. You have to put money, whatever you call it, credit, pay upfront, blah, blah, blah. Point being, you have to put money and use that phone number in order to be a user of a communication company. So you subscribe to numbers that the communication company provides to you. When you don't pay, you don't have that numbers. You can't use them. More, more, even more. Try to disappear, meaning get sick, dedicate to yourself, go travel, whatever. Legal disappearing, good disappearing. Your phone will be deleted if you don't pay. There's no way to pause, there's no way to. So this is system that is, in quotes, custodial. This is the system where I depend on the communication company to provide me this number. The next step in this is that this number is used by everything I do in this society. Medicine, education, transportation, water, food, shelter. I have to be subscribed to that number. If I don't subscribe to this number, I no longer belong to society. I either have to be under the bridge, into the forest, some wilderness, or I have to be very, very rich, so I don't care about those numbers anymore. The goal of LOT is so you don't care about those numbers anymore. That's why every number behind LOT is transparent. So when you add money, money is a bad word nowadays. Let's use credit. When you add credit to your LOT wallet through this simple interface, right now you use a custodial third-party wallet, basically a bank. Right now we use Coinbase. Coinbase acts as a bank, and we use their API. Basically, we have access to their system through public door that they open for developers like us. And so with certain setup as a developer, you can have access to Coinbase infrastructure. That's their business model. Before that, we used Stripe. Stripe is the same company. It's a big American bank built on software for developers, for e-commerce. We believe that e-commerce got to maximum toxicity, and therefore it's a byproduct of oppression, byproduct of bad habits, escape, trauma, shame, guilt. It's designed for us to be able to escape. Surprise, surprise, buying more cheaper stuff does not give you happiness. Yes, we have access to a lot of cheap stuff. One click, cheap, shitty food, cheap, shitty stuff. One click away. We don't know who made it. We don't know how it's made. With Lot, we changed this. Everything is transparent. Every user is a partner. Everything is visible. You can ask anything, you'll be answered. Because we believe if we want to build this bank ourselves, we have to be transparent. Is this something other banks can say? I'm not sure if Stripe is transparent. The intention, the motive, definitely is not transparent. Cash App, it's big Bitcoin interface. But don't forget it. It's just an interface. It's not Bitcoin. So I'd like to simply have in this first piece of the context, this is information for us to consider. Once again, this video is for community, so this is information for us to consider. And we think that the best way to free people is to basically build an easy access organization, product organization. Let's call it a decentralized Apple. So it has values of a company like Apple, which are beauty, design, common sense, human values, humanity, These things are not common in the commerce. I'll give you an example. I'm a father and I'd like to book a vacation. I'm a hip father, so I'd like to book a vacation on Airbnb. I don't want to go to a hotel. So I'm going to Airbnb and I live by the rules of the system, right? So I save money. I book everything in advance. I calculate everything. So it's like budgeting, like, I have to be very like careful. Every day I think of is money. How to not make it wrong because I have to make this perfect vacation. Pa 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 pa. Anxiety building up already. We all anxious during these moments because of this situation. Travel itself is beautiful, but we're anxious. So I go to, and this is a work talk. I have nothing personal. I don't care. And this is just an example. And I go to site, a hip site, Airbnb, hip American site, Airbnb, San Francisco, Silicon Valley, big product. I found a seems beautiful image. It all looks just icons, design, all looks beautiful, right? It's a lot of videos and it's just travel and it just looks so tasty, beautiful. And I'm like, wow, I could have gone to Hilton and I'm going to Airbnb. Of course, this Airbnb. Oh, it's 300 per month. It's say it's 150 per night dollars. Not bad. Family vacation. I was saving whole year. 150 per night seems great. Next page. Oh, it's actually 300. It's cleaning fees and taxes. Pop, 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 pop. I guess so. It's a new company. I have to pay this extra fee because they fight in the government. Well, let's do it. Next thing you know it, you can cancel it. You can do this. Oh, something is different and it's actually more money. I want to change. You can't. It's a trap. You end up paying double fees. You end up paying for this, paying for this, for this. So it's not 150 per night. It's all kind of shit. You have this kind of shit already to close your year, pack everything, and move to the vacation. Now we have to deal with Airbnb. Just give. I don't even care about price. Just give me the final price. That's the difference. I'm not talking about the money itself. That's the trap. I'm only talking about the price changing, the scammy tactics for user acquisition. What's the point of that if you use intelligent users? You lose intelligent users and you get this kind of hyper growth idea. And I aware this is not an attack by all means. This is an example I can give. This is just something I've been thinking of. I can give the same example about Apple. I tried to call them with my credit card, and it's just like you try to understand how it works, and it's just bizarre. Like, but on the display, wow, such a beautiful card made from aluminum. Oh wow, but fuck, man, you go try to cancel it. Your credit score goes down. It's all a trap. This is not a real thing. I'm trying to say they're not giving a good thing. They're still giving you a bad thing. It's still a bank. It's a trap. You can't drop from it. Now I'm a bank customer of Apple, like Apple Bank customer. Like I don't even want to deal. But how they made it. Then you tell this to them. They say it's Goldman and Sachs. It's not us. We just interface of Goldman and Sachs. So now go figure who is actually running things. It's Goldman Sachs who's create the the system, and they hired Apple to build interface, where it's Apple who hired Goldman Sachs. You ask them, it's them. So you feel me? This is another piece of context. So I can give go Instagram, Facebook, Uber, Tesla. These companies are not 100% honest. These companies are not 100% transparent. They play with narrative. They play with their friends. They create some narratives. They create a vision that we don't know, but they know, and it's you have to like we're doing something completely opposite here. It's a fully transparent vision. It's a community-driven company. Everyone have a word to say. Moreover, words are appreciated. Give us feedback, you'll be paid for that. So, and we so trained to be on that Kool-Aid that they created that all we do is just like, oh wow, you don't where's the likes, where's blinking stuff, We get used to Instagram, we get used to Facebook, we get used to fucking TV ads and all that shit that blinking, and you just like, and then you see something like a lot, you're like, ooh, this is not real. Why? Because it's just chilled, because it's quiet, because it's calm, because it's transparent. We so programmed, we don't even believe transparency anymore. Why? Because I'm from Russia? Oh, because you heard something about Russia. Have you been to Russia? To Russians, have you been to America? You're talking shit about America. It's like, it's all just broken. So here at Lot, we decided to start with finance. Bank is you. You don't, with Bitcoin, you don't even have to rely on other companies. So the valid question from you will be, well, you're so smart, then why you depend on other companies? Yes, we depend on other companies like Amazon. We depend right now. We depend on Amazon. We depend on Help Scout, good company. Shout out to Help Scout. We depend on Airtable. There are many companies, startups that we depend on. There was this meme somewhere about go start a company, just use these cloud services, and then you have the bill of thousands of dollars just for cloud services. Like that's true. Like you have Creative Suite, Dropbox, pop. So we depend on a lot of services. One of those services is Coinbase. Coinbase is, as I said, it's basically a bank with a modern interface, and the idea that you can buy value that is presented in cryptocurrencies. What is cryptocurrency? It's mathematical formula, mathematical system, or basically mathematical method. So I use the word mathematical, meaning that it's not human. There's no one controlling it. It's impossible to control it. It's a system that allows people to transfer value fast without anyone in between. Right now, we rely, as I told you, on many services. Even to transfer Bitcoin between you and me, we technically can do it directly. I can send it to you right now, but it's too complex. The system is just too complex. It's illegal in some countries. It's very legal in other countries, and so the only easiest way is to use the interface that is out there already. That interface is Coinbase. Coinbase is an interface for you to buy Bitcoin. Not buying directly from Coinbase. It's just interface. They create the system. So they themselves have an infrastructure to do this. We don't. So therefore, we rely on their infrastructure. Same thing with Amazon. Amazon servers. Technically, we can get some servers, put them in some cold storage, and run this thing ourselves. But we can't do it right now at this scale. and also the infrastructure is too complex and already set up for that system better than it's set up for a custom solution. I'm just explaining, given the context, so how it works. And so for us, first stage will be to use a custodial system, third-party system. That is right now Coinbase. Tomorrow there'll be some other. We can switch to some other. It doesn't really matter. Like we just use their infrastructure. Custodial. Let me check if I roll the custodial correctly. I know. So that's our first stage. This is where we are right now, right? This is 2022. That's where we are. So by using Lot Wallet, you are absolutely safe because it's a public company. There's lots of investors behind it. Like that's the point, right? It's a big institution right now, Coinbase. So they use custodial. What means custodial? That's a tricky word because if you look up, it basically means it can be used in a very negative way. It's custody, right? They say in the movies, it's like custody. Take them to the custody. Like take them under the, basically take them to prison. So you can take the word custody as the word prison. You can take custody as a word guardian, guard. I personally don't think custodial is a good word, so we'll use it for now because it's just a common word. But between you and me, the right word to use this is something like something like yeah, like middleman solution. Like that's the best way to use it. Like that's a middleman solution. Um, that's a bank. That's not a free system. Basically, that's actually opposite of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is supposed to be, talk about it in a few minutes. Like it's supposed to be a very direct solution. You don't need anyone to use the Bitcoin. That's the point. I just want to highlight this again. You don't need anyone to use Bitcoin. You don't need no banks. You don't need nothing. All you need is just a line of words. This is like your code. Think about it. It's a phone number. You have a phone number. It's yours, right? Nobody can use it. It's got attached to a SIM card. Same way, Bitcoin. It's your number. Nobody can use it. It's even easier, unfortunately, or fortunately, to use this number because anyone who sees this number can use your money. So the whole idea is that you protect this hash address, but I wouldn't use regular words. The code. There's this like symbols. Use the symbols. Think about it as a phone number. So use this internet phone number, and anyone who sees this have access to your money. So companies like Coinbase, they design a system which is partly based on Apple infrastructure, which is Face ID, security systems at Apple, blah 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 blah. Well, let's explain this. Security systems meaning safer usage. It's harder to hack these phones. It's designed very personal. It's pattern recognition that knows it's you, so it's not easy to just go in. So you have two-factor authentication. You have phone authentication, face authentication, biometrics. So all that's a biometric device, and so that. But it's all once again, this is not yours. You use this. You have to understand. You use the system to use a biometric device to log in to a bank named Coinbase. So you can transfer $10 to me, equivalent of $10 to me in Bitcoin, right? Ideal situation that is coming in near future is where we don't need no one. We have a safe system that we design, and that's exactly where our That's exactly where the bank as you is coming from. You have this object that is yours. And once again, I will give you more information how it works. Um, but yeah, this is, let me not jump ahead. So that's a big explanation on custodial. So that means that you give someone else, you're renting, you buying a device, you're buying a biometric device, you're buying a biometric device, iPhone. You connect it to bank, which is very government at this point because it's public. So it has to report to American government. If you're American citizen, you have to report to American government, obviously. But I'm saying there's more. There's nothing shady in Bitcoin. But my point is that it's big organization, big institution, a lot of big investment. That means that the system is very. It's a big ship. It's very hard to move that ship. So a lot of even if they have to make decision, they have to go through a lot of approval rounds. That's what I meant. Bank, Coinbase, iPhone. You're buying biometric device to use bank, Coinbase, so you can send your internet money. So that is custodial. So the word itself is actually explains itself like that whole system is a custody. You're giving your code, you're giving your code to the system. That means that your code is in custody. It's safer because you can use it. But what happens if you don't use iPhone? What happens if you want, even if you want to use like a direct computer of any kind or even transmit this via radio or something like this? Like you can't, like there's no infrastructure for that. So and that's great right now because it's like wow, I can just buy Bitcoin with one click. That's truly amazing. Like there's no question. But with pattern in history of how these companies work, unfortunately, we understand that this going to be um, not ideal solution. That will be actual custodial solution that we don't want, right? We don't want custodial solution, but we have to use it for now because, well, it's such a uh, new technology. And um, like I'm saying this not in any negative way at all. It's really just about information. Like there's no need to sugarcoat anything because it is what it is. Like that's the reality of this business, and I'm just trying to be very, very transparent about it. Like this is what I understand, and you know that you don't really get information. Like people really hide information from you. So the promise of Lot is that from day one that we're going to give you everything we know. That's what we know, right? Subscribe to Vox, guys. It's going to be big. I'll be back in a second. Cheers. Therefore, there could be only three stages of development. Second, for us, will be our own custodial wallet. This is third party, right? We call it third party. This one is non-custodial. So right now, oh, sorry, this is custodial still. This one is non-custodial here. See, these terms are very confusing. That's why it's like hard to get, but it's actually very easy to get once you change the terms. I don't know what was the point of this complexity. It's like it's supposed to be opposite of this. So this one is lot custodial. So this is third party. This is third party custodial. This is where we are right now. And we have to use this for security protection until we build our legal, financial, and manufacturing fat. No offense to anyone. It's big operation processes that we have to set up, and they only work at scale. That's why I call it fat. So, two, load custodial. This is where we set up our own, basically, as I just explained the system, we set up our own bank, Vault Bank. That's a necessary step for us because otherwise we in big, just this will be developing for the next 3-5 years, Bitcoin and everything. And so we have to be very careful because, yeah, of these reasons. So what custodial meaning that we have infrastructure built up, not only banking infrastructure, which means we have investor support, we have a proper finance roadmap, so we can be secured for at least 5-10 years. And most importantly, right partners who understand the mission. That's the hardest part. Money is not that hard. Hardest part is the right people. And so we're building a lot custodial. I can't give you a date because it can happen tomorrow. If we have $100, $2 billion, $100 million, $2 billion as a bank, as a security, then we can build it right now. But I'm guessing, just a wild guess, that this won't happen immediately. So we might work on this for the next 5 years, and we'll rely on third-party wallets. So, two, this is can happen, but let's put so we have consistency here. It will be anytime from 2022 to 2025, right? And then we have the third final stage. That's the moment of. I hope this will not happen in 24/6, but that's the moment when the system is more or less complete, and that's the moment when we can introduce a non-custodial wallet to our users. That, once again, very complex. What it even mean? I agree. If non-custodial wallet to our users means that you have the wallet in your hands. You can use this wallet whatsoever. You don't need iPhone to have access to that. And You don't need Coinbase to have access to that. That means that it's not in prison, right? It's not. It's free. So there could be so many versions of this, and the crazy part is that it can be even as simple as a piece of paper. That's the piece of Bitcoin miracle, is that you can technically write Bitcoin hash that look like this, your own Bitcoin hash. You can write it down and use it directly if you have, that's a public key. That everyone can see this. You can see this right now. It doesn't mean anything because I have private key. Private key is provided by third party company, which is Coinbase, right? That's a password, technically. The password is protected by so many things: FaceTime, phone number, two-factor authentication. And so non-custodial means that all that stuff can be, all that protection, all that security of that one address, that returning private key, can be stored simply on a piece of paper. So at Lot, we just want to give you that. We want to give you freedom in design product that is so simple to use and so secure that you don't even have to worry about it. It just works. And most importantly, it is off grid. It's dead by default, meaning you don't have to charge it that much. You don't have to check your notifications, pop. You have to only boot it, maybe once a day max, to make some transactions, confirm some transactions, or even less than that. If you want, you can attach to it a grid solution that can be provided by the grid, which is any government system that is out there, Russia, America, China, doesn't matter for us. Or you can use, which is, use their own, which is the grid, meaning a communication company, a communication device, bank, right? That's the system. You can use them with this device as well, if you want to. But the idea that eventually you don't even have to. The idea that all you have to do is use this device offline or with load system, because whatever you might want to spend your money on, for the most part, lot will provide you. And this is a philosophical question. This is not a philosophical talk. I'll give you a philosophical moment and myself a philosophical break. That means that what I learned in life is that money will not really transfer the value. Value transferred by relationships, loyalty, communication, vision, truth, information. These are the things that are actually important. Money is a fake transfer of information. It's not there. And you learn this when I understand that sometimes there's no money that can buy you. Sometimes there's no money that you can buy something. And so then you get that it's like, this is not the thing. And so the mission of this device is to spread this idea, to free people from anxieties around money, because this is not real anxiety, I'm telling you. And so ideally use this device for, it's like, imagine, shout out to Pasha for this example. This is very smart. I think this device will feel like you have cash in your um, pocket, right? This is your cash. Yes, you can use, and depending on cash, you can more or less use it in every country in the world. Like some money you can't use, like they just have less value. Some money, some currencies you can use anywhere, like dollar, euro, even rubles. You can exchange them and use them um, almost anywhere. And so this device will feel like you have. It's not credit card because credit card. I'm just answering questions from the audience already. Now it's different from credit card because credit card is the same. It's just different interface. Think of it as iPhone. iPhone is your credit card now, but it's just interface. You still contacting to bank. Like iPhone costs you what $1,000 to buy credit card, and then you have still like monthly subscriptions around like $50, whatever, $20. It depends on how you use it, etc. Well, there's no deal. It's just more expensive credit card because credit card is you still pay to Visa, you pay to Visa, and you pay to Mastercard, and you pay to government, and you pay to plastic manufacturer of the credit card, and then you pay every time you use this card. So this is not ideal solution. It's not like cash. Cash is just free. It's in my pocket. Like I don't pay anything. Only thing it can happen with cash, it can devalue, right? Overnight, because war, something happened, catastrophe. So what that mean for us to our final stage? That means that final stage is a non-custodial wallet. Once again, this can happen tomorrow with the right partner, right financing, with the right support. This can happen tomorrow. I understand this is a big, ambitious undertaking, but we also understand that this undertaking is a design problem. This is not a technical problem. This is not AI problem. This is not military problem. This is not uh, even user experience problem. This is more of just like look at it and design it properly so it works. And uh, I think we have track record of doing that with many things, from healthcare devices, medical devices, to measurement devices, and just all kind of things. So this for us will be a product of love. We're going to build this wallet so you're truly, truly free. We want it to be, and don't trust me. This video, happens in the past already, so it doesn't matter. Trust the system. If you log in, it's a lot. You can see everything for yourself. You don't need to listen to no one. It's all here in numbers. So what else? What else we can say here? What it is, what it is, what it should be. So let's put, just for be conservative, not to manifest this. Like I'd like to this happen right now, but we have time to build system. So let's put this as simply 2025 is our release date for uh, deploy date for a full non-custodial system. You'll ask, well, I have to wait 4 years or 3 years. Well, hopefully we'll be able to launch more prototypes sooner. It's not a question of product design. We have experience. It's not a question of um, ideas or even some kind of crazy infrastructure. This is a relatively simple device. We built Lavka. Lavka was many, many times more complicated than this because we use sensors and data that is related to human condition. That is very different from um, um, an algorithm running continuously. So shipping this in terms of hardware is not a question. Shipping this in terms of user experience is not a question. The only question is we have to go through the stages, as I said, because we don't want to have this responsibility just yet. This is just very few people of us, so it is too early. What else? So let's just go again so we can finalize this and be on the same page. Right now we use a third-party wallet. So when you log into your lot page here, you add tap to copy, you scan this QR code with uh, one of those third-party apps as well, Coinbase, or I'm sure you can do directly, but it's just more complex. It's more technical. So you drop Bitcoin to your wallet. That is technically we're creating a temporary wallet at excuse me, we're creating a temporary wallet at Coinbase. So we're using, as I said, their infrastructure. So a temporary wallet, we rent it from Coinbase. You use it through lot interface. However, once the money is in lot, you cannot send it like you can with Coinbase because we're not yet independent like this. So when we're going to be independent, then you will be able to take money from lot. Right now we are dependent on many we custodial. We depend on many things. So that's why it's non-refund policy. So once you money is in, you spend it within lot system. Good thing. There are a lot of things you can do already with lot system. You can get access to these videos. You can see live what's going on with the company. You can comment and receive real money by liking this comments. You can put a comment. So you can put a comment and receive real money because people will like your comment. Each comment is around $5. A cup of coffee, we decided that's the price. You buy coffee someone for a good idea. That's the amount. Soon you'll be able to send money between users. That's an obvious thing because some people just don't have access to Bitcoin. So you'll be able to send Bitcoin throughout lot, not external but throughout lot. So once again, that's is all powered by Coinbase, so it's all safe, secure. There's nothing nobody can do. It's their responsibility. That's great. Then shout out to them and thank you for us to be able to build this system. So because it's subscription, we would charge you every month if your subscription is on. You can use lot without even subscription, but with subscription, and that's one-time fee. So once you activate your account, that's it. Once you activate your account, you don't have to pay anything more. You pay more only when you have uniform monthly, or then you comment. So I just want to put it on the record here that there's no hidden fees. Like once you inside, you pay this activation fee. That's it. There's nothing else. You can sync for yourself. You can use these videos, blah blah blah. You can see this. Don't use them in your next meeting though. That's not the purpose of this video. Use it to help us build better lot. Right. Let's go. I know there's a lot of information. I just wanted to be as um, comprehensive as possible. So when we have access to resources which are represented in security, financial security, legal security, manufacturing security, we can move to a load custodial wallet, meaning you will be able to use Lot Wallet just like you use Coinbase or Cash App. It's only a matter of resources, nothing more. Free. And I think, honestly, I believe that our interface is so much better than Coinbase or Cash App because it's just designed not around a scam. It's designed around beauty and design and love. And you can see this for yourself. You can feel it in every box. This is not your regular Bitcoin company. This is something with extensive experience with design. We work with the best people of the planet, study the best. Kanye, West, Joe Gabe, Kim Kardashian. These are the great entrepreneurs. These are the biggest entrepreneurs of this planet. And I have luck to use this experience to build a truly free and open system. Three, our first stage. Once again, this is very, very conservative. This has nothing to do with actual development. This is not 5 years to 3 years to develop. This is much faster for us to develop. It's once again, it's not a question about some money. This is a question about a big infrastructure that we will build ourselves, box by box. And once again, you can log into the system and see how it works. Like the system is independent. You can see how it will grow by itself. Once all we need is a person who needs socks or any product for that matter, and a person who can pack and deliver that product. We don't want to deliver this globally anymore. We deliver this locally. So we have local lots, and that's how we solve and save a lot of oil burn. The important thing with the third stage and why it might take this much is because it would work way better when the entire system is complete. Just imagine using your own bank, your own money. It is not, you don't have to report to no one. You don't have to worry. You have to be a good person because otherwise you will ruin the whole thing. Because one bad actor in this, which can be artificial bad actor, showing, oh, see, I can do bad stuff with Bitcoin. That's what it takes to take this down. So just don't be a bad person. Be a good person, spend it on good things, help people, educate yourself. And that's the purpose of Bitcoin. It's not, I'm telling about it's independent. It's not because this is like some kind of anarchy situation. No. This is not about politics. I don't give a fuck. This is about just a better product, better design, better product that I can use with my family, with my son, something beautiful that I use every day, daily, something that I cannot not use, and something that I cannot not use as finance is corrupted, is ugly, is messy, is gross. Why so? So we want to fix that with Bitcoin. In fact, we is the Bitcoin community. So I hope I represent the Bitcoin community by saying that that's the values that we want to represent. So this is no negativity, opposite. If you in Bitcoin community you understand how actually positive it is. This is freeing. You feel better. I promise you, I sleep better. Just because, not because I have more money. No, because my money is no more toxic. That's the difference. And so the third stage, which is our own independent of the grid wallet, would work is ideal with this, right? Imagine the whole system, complete, no zip code, dynamic pricing. You have all kind of basic need products, food, shelter, uniform, nice, cozy, feels good. You look amazing, you feel amazing. Your relationship healthy because it's not some kind of escape. This is actually to help build a family, help grow kids. How can I grow my son if he has to use the bank, man? That's not the solution anymore. I'm sorry. And it's not it you will make this political, but I'm Azerbaijani, my wife is Armenian, my son is American. I grew up in Russia. I lived in America for 5 years. I lived in China for 6 months. I spent my entire life from the age 10 on internet daily. So what nationality I am, who I am, tell me. Don't make it political. It's not about you. It's about kids. You don't care about kids. Kids don't need your city. Kids don't need your money. Kids don't need your status, your career. This is not real life, man. Kids need love. The best way to provide love is to be at nature, with nature, together with nature. Everything else is bullshit. They branded you that you work on progress. Technology is not progress. Technology is just technology. Progress includes many, many things: art, culture, human relationship, communication, home rules, values, relationship. All these things are what actually makes progress. Technology right now slow down the progress because it's not provide the answer. It provides the confusion. What we showing with this system is that answer is out there and it's not that hard. So these people are choosing to not give you direct information. Apple releasing you product by product, feature by feature, because they need to secure that fat. And in their case, it's not offensive, right? So when the system is complete, you can enjoy these products because you're not buying them, you're not renting them. It's just something new, completely new. You use things that are well made, beautiful, secure, healthy, sustainable. You use them. They're made by great people just like you. They're made by people just like you, who is smart, who knows how to work with their hands, who understand empathy, love. Not love as a word because that's like just come on, the energy, the current of love, how to charge something with the current. You know this. That's why you use lot. So use this energy to build a better thing. If you don't want to build this with a lot, well, use this information to build something else, but don't steal from us. That's not love. I'd like to go once again through our roadmap for our terminal. So let's put out here just what this video is about. terminal roadmap, right? Lot terminal. So it's lot terminal roadmap. Number one, right now we use a third-party wallet. We create a reference wallet on our platform, but it's all part of the system Coinbase. If you want to learn more, you can watch Coinbase videos. You can go to the website. It explains in detail how it works. All that means is that it's safe to use your Bitcoin on lot. There's only one term, and that's the difference between other companies using Bitcoin. You cannot withdraw money from or exchange, or you can do no operations externally once money on lot platform. You can only use those money on lot platform. That is a protection measure for us right now. However, eventually we want to move to the second stage, which is creating our own lot custodial wallet. That means that once you put money, you can take money back. Moreover, you can buy Bitcoin with lot wallet with this solution. This is not here yet. This is coming in the future. This is where we're working on. This is our roadmap. 3. Ideal situation, final boss, final goal. This is a real freedom, and we have to make it. It's important for kids is to make a non-custodial, secured, off-the-grid wallet that is powered by off-the-grid system. Doesn't mean that we cancel the grid system. It means that a human being have an option to not own the phone number.